Now, for more on this big announcement in South Africa, Anita Powell, VOA Southern Africa correspondent, joins me live via Skype from Pretoria. Anita, for many, they hear the news Jacob Zuma has been fired by ANC, but we know he's still president. What does that mean?
Right. So, exactly. Jacob Zuma is still the president of South Africa, and that is because there's no legal obligation for him to resign just because his party, the ANC, has recalled him.
So this is a very interesting kind of system of democracy. The party is going to wait for him to decide if he's going to resign. If he doesn't do so, what happens?
So that's the million-dollar question. He does not have a very clear answer for us. When we asked him this very question, he said they didn't give him a deadline. They had no plans to serve him with expulsion papers because, as you surely realize, he's an ordinary member of the ANC as well. They could just expel him from the party, but that's not their intention. And they're not going to vote, they say, with the opposition to give him a vote of no confidence, which would be an impeachment vote. So it's unclear what's going to happen next.
Now, given that a vote of no confidence is all about the numbers in Parliament, if it doesn't go through, what does it mean? He continues being president until next election?
That is a very interesting question, and that's, I think, a fate that everybody, the opposition, the ANC, is seeking to avoid. Everybody except for Jacob Zuma. You know, some scholars have said that would plunge this country into full-on constitutional crisis. And so we're hoping that we never get to that day, I think. But if it were to happen, yes, he would continue to be president.
Yeah, and the opposition says if he leaves early, then they want the parliament to be dissolved and then elections called. Does ANC in any way feel kind of uncomfortable going to an early election?
The ANC today called out the opposition for what they said were opportunistic moves. So it's obvious that they feel like this is maybe not their strongest moment. And they're right about that, because Jacob Zuma's approval levels are really, really low, and by extension, the ANC's approval, the approval ratings of the ANC will be a reflection of that. So the ANC does not want an election right now. It would not be a great time for them. They want to build their base and get more people on board, and they need about a year to do that, probably.
Well, interesting days ahead of us. Anita, thank you very much for your reporting.